Hello all, and welcome back to Creos Gaming. I'm continuing my NoMundane Run of Skyrim, in which I'll only be using magic for combat, and I won't be using any of the mundane skills such as smithing or one- and two-handed weapons. Now, if you've been paying attention to my video's progression, I usually prefer to start a video in the same place that I ended the last one. However, this time, that didn't happen. I started in Morthal, and I was going to come down here to Deadman's Respite to find King Olaf's verse. However, I went all the way through the quest line, and when I got done with the quest, I realized that I was in the wrong scene in OBS Studio. So I was not doing the so what happened was I had a whole lot of audio recorded and no video. So I'm gonna pick up from here. We'll go through the process of finding King Olaf's verse again, because I'm sure no one wants to watch roughly 45 minutes of a black screen with combat sounds and my narration over it. It might be interesting to some to try and figure out, those of you, or at least for those who are more familiar with Skyrim, where I am at the time. But for the rest of you, I expect it would be disappointing to just sit there and have to try and figure out, well, anyway, I don't think you'd even be trying. I think you'd go, there's no video to this. Screw this, I'm skipping this one. Excuse me, I am still sick, so I'm going to be coughing on occasion. Ideally, what I'll do is mute the audio, or the mic audio, before I start coughing. On occasion, I may not be able to do that, and so I might do a little half cough. So I do apologize for coughing in your ear when that happens. Speaking of, so push to mute is a wonderful thing that is available in OBS Studio, and I'm very glad I have. So I went through and killed all those things that were on their beds, because when you pick up that particular claw, the result is that they all come awake and attack you at once. So I was trying to reduce the likelihood of dying in combat. So what I'll also be doing as I go through here is I will be hitting F5 to quick save it as I progress, just because there are a number of traps and stuff, and I'd rather not have to play through entire sections again. That ends up lengthening the video, and there's only so much I can do as far as what do you call it? Narration is the wrong word. Commentary, before it just gets old. Not just for me, but for others as well. And this is, of course, the second time I'm doing this, so my narration may not be as fresh, nope, dang it, as it could be. So that was apparel. I picked up hide boots, which I did not mean to. Hide starts with H. There we go. Alright. So, just as a catch up, in the last session, the reason that I stopped in Morthal was that I was... Why did I stop in Morthal? What was I doing? Oh, I got the Galder amulet fragment completed, and Morthal was the closest place to run from to get here. So I stopped there because there was a dragon attack, fought off the dragon, and was able to continue on. Alright, so you're not quite dead. One individual firebolt, and now you're down. Good. Okay. It also says that there is... I'm still detected, but I'm not sure what I'm detected by. Alright, so why are we after Olaf's verse? First thing to note is Olaf's verse is not by Olaf, it is about Olaf. And we are after the verse because the Bard's College wants to present the verse to Queen Eliseth. Or I think I might be pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, wants to present the verse so that she will reinstate. Oh, goody, I leveled. The burning of King Olaf. So the burning of King Olaf is a... What? The burning of King Olaf is an event that occurs... Ow! Well, that would be what the quick saves are for. Stop. Alright, so the burning of King Olaf is an event that the Bard's College holds annually. Alright, so switch, level 21, Magicka because it's 21. I'll do health at 24. Deep freeze, no, deep freeze. Okay, escape. Now there's the pressure plate. Okay, so with the death of the current... Ow! Oh, come on. Apparently I'm allowing myself to get distracted. So, as I was saying, with the death of the current king, Eliseth thought that the burning of the effigy might be in bad taste, and that therefore it might be better to just not hold it. However, the Bard's College has been holding this event for a long time, and so we're after the verse to try to use the verse to convince Eliseth, or however you say her name, to continue holding the festival so that the tradition is not broken. And that's why we're down here getting repeatedly killed, by Draugr and traps. Well, actually, I'm getting repeatedly killed by Draugr and traps because I'm not paying enough attention, and I should be. But because I've been here before, I think I'm somewhat being impatient instead of being cautious, and that's coming back to bite me, basically. Alright. And I think I already said that it's not written by King Olaf, it's written about King Olaf. There's another pressure plate. Ugh, spiders. So I really hate it when my mouse, or the game, I really do think it's the game, because this is the only game where I have the problem, but doesn't realize that I did actually release the mouse button, and that the spell was going when I did. Because what'll happen is I'll be sitting there ready to cast, release the mouse button, and I just simply don't cast. My hands don't go down. It's like it forgets that it was in cast mode, and so doesn't. And that's really frustrating. Okay, so Soul Gem, Magicka, open. Is there something over here? There is. Oh good, another potion of Magicka. Alright, ew. Go swimming. There should be a path. Here we are. Alright. Now, I am cheating, basically. I know that there's a skeever down here, so I am going to get a skeever soul, since I can. Alright, and then we can kill... How did you not get stunned? You're supposed to stagger when I hit you with both. Okay. There was another one. Oop. Death to you. But you're restless, so that means you're stronger. Death to you. You're going to be a caster. Ow. Alright. So, success there. Quick save it again here in a second. Skeever tails are used in not enchanting. What's it called? Potion making. Alchemy. There we go. So, want the skeever tail. That looks like everybody there is to loot. Quick save it real quick. And continue on. Now. I hate these. Ow. Ow. So it's really hard to tell whether you're in the right spot to be safe from a first-person perspective doing this. Yeah, for example. Now that time I actually thought I might be too far forward, but spatial awareness just doesn't translate very well in a first-person... Oh, right. Just in case something happens and I have to come back through here, I should shut those off. Alright. Okay. So I'm not going to use the disenchanter because I already know that there's nothing to be disenchanted. Alright, this door is locked by a magical barrier that we cannot release. And we don't want to anyway, because there's a boss fight where we get some help in there, and trying to do that boss fight without the help would not be beneficial. Might be doable, but, you know, if you've got reliable help, use it. Dead Draugr. Alright. Oh, another Draugr. Okay. And another dead one. Alright. Oh, and a spell. Circle of protection. Spell, what do you call it? Turret, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's importing sci-fi terminology to a fantasy game or not, or if turrets are recognized. Unlock, can't because I don't have lockpicking. Well, I'm not using lockpicking. Alright. So this is going to be a trap because that's going to close. Yep. Death to you. Anybody else in here? No, not right now. Death to you. Good. Double check one more time. Alright, trapped chest. I didn't get away unscathed that time. Now there should be more. Yep. Okay. I don't know how long this... I think the poison's already gone, but we'll heal up. Ow! Where were you? Huh. I mean, I thought I double-checked in this room 2 or 3 times. Don't care about the ingot. Gold. And one more. Guess that's kind of like hip firing a spell. It works. Alright. And that was a lot of things to kill, so we'll do that. Just in case I step on yet another trap pressure plate without realizing it. Which one would hope I am learning from past mistakes and I don't, but I don't have that much confidence in myself. Alright. So, let's see here. Pull this. Alright. So Svaknir, I believe, is the bard that wrote King Olaf's verse. And so now we have it, but there's some redaction to it. So we'll take it with us. He'll disappear. And now we should be able to get through the... Well, excuse me. He'll be there to help us get through the doorway that had the spell on it before. Yep, here he is. Alright. So we need the ruby thing to finish this, but it's... Oh, Wolfhawk Wolf, I believe. Let's try that. And I'll step back if this... Sweet. Okay. Alright. So... Now I'm pretty sure that the way this is supposed to work is when the fight starts, all of these guys wake up. However, I can pre-shoot them, and when each one dies, combat stops, and then I can regen my magicka really quickly. And so, this is a more efficient way of dispatching them. So I'm going to do this before moving on, just because having an efficient way of dispatching these is going to be faster overall. I think you're not going to wake up. You're not. You are. Yep. Good. Alright, regen again. And you're going to wake up. And I'm pretty sure there's ones that I can't see anyway. But that doesn't mean that I can't hit. Nope, aim higher. There we go. What I can see to try and make life easier when the time comes. Okay, so there's that. We'll regen again. Hit another couple. Because doing this... large quantity fighting on the fly is much more difficult with magic than it is with other options. Of course, I can imagine the hardest one to do this with would be melee, because, well, you'd have to walk out to hit them. Whereas archery wouldn't be too bad. Draugr White. Oh, hey. Sneak increased. Good. Getting higher sneak will be beneficial. Unfortunately, the best way to increase your sneak is by having stuff around when you are sneaking. And that's, well, I'm not detected, so we'll keep this going for a little bit just to hopefully get some experience with sneak. Ow. Where are you? Come on. out of magicka. Alright, if you're just gonna sit there, maybe I can hit you. Trouble is, they don't just sit there, they do that bounce thing. Alright. Now die. Again, since, you know, you are an undead. Alright. I haven't done that back row yet, so I probably ought to do that real quick. But first I'm going to hit that guy at the back. Alright. Get a little more bonus to sneak, hopefully. And death to the archer. Draugr wights have a lot of hit points. Way too much, in my opinion. Alright. Magic regen. I'm hidden again. We'll see if when I hit this guy I stay hidden. Yep, a little bit. It's another restless Draugr. And now I'm detected, so. It's interesting that shooting one of them doesn't cause the others to wake up. I don't know. I mean, I would just expect it to be the case that if one is aware, the others would also be. But I guess because they're on a trigger, they can't wake up to friendly aggro the way they usually would. Although, I guess if I'm thinking about it, ow, the ones in there, like when they're sitting, lying in the alcoves, you can shoot one right next to another one and they won't pay attention. So really, it's only the ones that are already up and active that wake up to aggro to someone next to them. To someone next to them aggroing. Alright, so sounds like there are a couple that I missed that are getting up. Or there's one that I missed that's getting up. He does a decent quantity of... No, dude. Decent amount of damage. Don't hit me. Okay, good.
Arise, Olaf. My vengeance is at hand.
And I get to be the instrument of his vengeance. Alright, so let's get a flame on Trinox so that we've got some extra damage going.
Insolent word. Die.
Okay, so we'll just stagger him to try and preserve magicka for as long as possible. And then that'll hopefully help Svaknir, whatever is the bard, get some decent hits in and help us keep Olaf down. Unfortunately, my got knocked off, so. And I'm pretty sure the ghost is immune. Like, cannot be killed, but I could be wrong. Now, death to Olaf. No. Sweet. Alright. So Olaf's dead. And the treasury key. Alright. Are you just gonna leave? Yep. Alright. So you walk out. Turn around. Play an instrument and disappear in light. Okay, so let's get the word. Woo! Upgrade to Whirlwind Sprint. Alright, so let's learn that real quick. Okay. So now I can sprint farther. Wonderful. And it looked like a coin purse, so we'll come down here, collect the gold and stuff from these guys. Don't know why I bother collecting gold. I mean, I've got a crap ton already, so I don't know necessarily that there's any actual fury. I don't remember if I have fury already. That might prove useful. Okay. What's the fun of killing the undead if you can't steal their money, right? And that's one of the interesting things about random loot. The way it works, you end up with some anachronisms, such as a long... Oop, Arkish arrows will probably sell. A long dead Nord wearing an Imperial helmet. Although, I guess the first emperor was a Nord, Tiber Septim, so it's entirely possible that the Empire did exist before these guys died, so maybe that's not an anachronism. Alright, leather boots. Cool. So that's everything there. We'll go see what is in Olaf's treasury. Coin purse. A dwarven battle axe that I don't care about. I might already have that enchantment, but just in case I don't. Alright, and then there was a spell tome that I wanted to... Fury. I did not know Fury already. Good. And open. Alright. So now we can go deliver Olaf's verse to the head of the Bard's College so that we can see whether the verse is enough to convince Elisef that she should reinstate the festival. Alright. Which is not Morthal. Blue Palace is going to be closest. Okay, nope, not actually going to the Blue Palace. Instead, we're going to come down to the Bard's College, which is just closer to the Blue Palace than it is to the entrance to Solitude itself. Which, I wonder what that says politically.
You're new here.
Ah!
Welcome to the Bard's College.
Thanks.
It's like a musical museum.
Okay then, but do you stand that close to every new person when they enter?
You've returned.
I have.
How goes the task I gave?
I found King Olaf's verse.
I have to admit, I didn't think it would actually be there. Now, let's take a look at this. Oh no. This won't do at all. The copy is incomplete. It's aged to the point that parts are unreadable, and the parts that are readable, well, Bardic verse has come a long way since ancient times.
What does that mean?
It means I can't read it to the court. Without the verse, I won't be able to convince Elisif of the importance of the burning of King Olaf festival. If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't reverse her decision to stop the effigy burning. It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening.
Can't we just make up missing parts of the verse?
Make it up? That doesn't seem appropriate. I suppose I could copy his style based on what you brought me, but I have no idea what happened in between these verses.
We can do this. What's the first verse?
Oh, Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye? He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach. What do we say really happened?
Olaf made a deal with Numenex.
Olaf did become king, court will like that. I'm writing it in.
Okay, what's next?
Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Strange. According to history, Solitude attacked Winterhold, but Asgeir seemed to be saying Olaf reacted. What do you say happened?
He convinced Solitude to attack Winterhold.
Not the most exciting answer, but the most likely. I'll write it in.
Is that it?
It has a few final lines, but that's all we needed to add. I need to head to court immediately and present this. You should come.
Okay. Now the downside is he's incredibly slow. Come on, dude. Go.
I do hope the court likes the verse. I think we've done an excellent job of recreating.
And unfortunately, if I get too close to him, he talks to me, which stops him from making progress.
Proud Spire Manor. Now there's a fine hall. Up for sale, too. If you're interested, talk to the steward in the keep.
Okay, then. Thank you. Alright. Come on, dude. Keep walking. Come on. So this is one of... It's like a pseudo-escort quest. There's not actually anything attacking him that I need to defend him against. But he's walking somewhere. I'm supposed to go with him. And if I interact with him slightly wrong, then that makes the quest take longer. So I'm trying to stay back. Alright, so he'll go inside. Give him a second. And then I can follow. Alright. He's here. Are we ready?
I think my voice is ready. I hope we've done this well.
Yeah, you and me both. Let's go. Yeah. Actually, I'll just come up and wait for you. However, she's not here, which means... Well, it's 3 a.m. I guess that makes sense. So let's make it 9 a.m.
Ah, Bjarmo. I assume you are here to petition for the reinstatement of the burning of King Olaf festival.
I am, Jarl. I wish to present King Olaf's verse from the Poetic Edda, recovered this very day from the Bard's tomb.
You mentioned something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King Olaf's lost verse. Please proceed.
O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenek's a con for the ages. No shouting match between dragon and man, no fire or fury did this battle entail. Olaf struck a deal to make himself king. Numenek's let go, though none tell that tale. Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Olaf gave orders, Winterhold disguises, an attack on Solitude, total destruction to follow. His men dressed up and then went out to fight, but they reversed Olaf's orders, much to Winterhold's sorrow. So ends the story of Olaf the liar, a thief, and a scoundrel. We of Solitude commit to the fire. In solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
I thank you, and the college thanks you, Jarl.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine poem deserves some payment of patronage. The college will be moderately rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded. Unbelievable! You've done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough.
Does that mean I'm a bard now?
Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself. I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
Alright. So go tell Yorn to finish the preparations and go from there.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human, even a rat.
Alright.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get?
Okay, so we'll come talk
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of
to Yorn. And unfortunately, then we'll wait around again.
Ah, the bard to be. Did Viarmo send
Yep,
you?
the festival is back on.
I'll tell everyone we're ready. But we'll start the festival at dusk. Come talk to me after dark. We'll get the festival started when you do.
Okay, so after dark is 9 p.m., so I'll do this. Right, there he is. The festival is back on.
Great. Looks like you'll be one of us soon. We'll gather outside the college for the burning of King Olaf.
Alright, so outside the college, go watch the burning of King Olaf, be made an official bard, and be able to move on to the main quest line from here. Excuse me, sorry about that. Alright, so it looks like folks are coming in for the burning, and we've got, what happened to your torch, dude? You were carrying a torch when you came down. What'd you do with it?
Welcome, people of solitude. We of the Bards College are pleased to be here to celebrate the burning of King Olaf. The festival would not have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our latest applicant.
Slow clap.
With the lighting of the effigy, he becomes a full-fledged member of the Bards College. Please welcome our newest bard.
Slow clap again. Woo, I'm a bard. Come on. There you go.
They like you.
So I'm a bard.
Yes, congratulations. You are now a full-fledged member of the Bards College. Due to your adventurous nature, several of the college professors have some things they wish you to do. What's more, Elisith has declared the burning of King Olaf should become a weekly event.
That seems excessive.
And finally, there's the matter of the patronage that Elisith wanted me to give you.
Sweet. 800 gold. Okay, so
You're the reason we get to have this. Thank you.
So I am done with, and I'm going to ignore No Stone Unturned because I don't care about becoming a member of the Steve's Guild, but I'm done with the major side quests. I still have a bunch of miscellaneous quests, but I'm not going to worry about those for now. So next time I'll be starting on Diplomatic Immunity, which is a continuation of the main quest line. Let's see here, what time? 40 minutes? Before I do that, let me go see if I can find a weapon vendor. You know, the trouble is it's 11 o'clock. game time. So I'm guessing that trying to engage a weapon vendor at this point is probably a bad idea, especially with the event going on. Everybody's likely there, so I'm probably not going to be able to sell anything. You look like a drunk,
Solitude wouldn't be the same without the fire.
Octave-san. Alright.
City owes you a debt of gratitude.
Anyway, I'm going to call this good. Thanks all.